I'm doing okay now. Now I'm doing okay. I mean, it was horrifying, and at the beginning, I wasn't. I wasn't. Time I got to my daughter's, I couldn't even think of my daughter's name. I was so uh, upset. I'm back. I work at the kind of at the back in produce and nutrition and the nutrition juices, and the salad wall is to the back in produce, and the uh, I'm putting up my juices, and I'm thinking, well, I think I'll go to lunch, but no, I'll put up these juices. And then I hear all of these popping going on about six. And I'm thinking, oh my! In Florida, the balloon, the latex balloon, sometimes they'll pop when you're blowing them up with helium. And I'm thinking, she sure is blowing up, popping a lot of balloons. And I looked up. I had my head down just working, but hearing all of that popping going on. And I see all these people running. And I thought, oh my, something is going on. They're running, and they're running towards the middle of the store to the back, from the front to the back. And since I was already in the back, there's a side door entrance there. It's not an entrance to come in, it's an emergency door. But I just run to that door at the side and run out and run to the back of the building. And the building is very long. It's a big building. And I could still hear all the shooting going on. And they're running. And then the co-managers, they all was running to the back. And they're running through the middle of the store out the back door. And they were way ahead of me running. And one co-manager turned around and says, come on. But of course, since I'm so old, I couldn't run that fast, but I was running. But I just kept running, and they had already went through the buildings. The gym next door is a strip mall there too, and they run in the gym. Well, me and this other lady, which was a customer, we run to the back, and we kept running because it was all flat and it was all open up. There was nowhere to hide. And we come up on like a L-shaped brick, and we got up in that corner, and we stayed there. And then I'd look around, and I could see someone up on top of the building, a corner of Kroger. And I think, oh my gosh, he's still shooting. And you could hear the shooting. But as it turned out, that was somebody working on the air conditioner on the top of the building. But of course, I didn't know that, but you could still hear it. And then we heard the sirens, and that started going on. And one even come by us and says, where is and that? And I'm just saying, over there, in there, over there. And then by then there was hundreds of them there coming. And I'd say there probably a good hour and a half, and shaking. I didn't even know anybody's phone number. I couldn't think of nobody's phone number, because the lady that was up there with me, she had her phone. It was a customer, and she had called her daughter and that, and I couldn't even think of my daughter's phone number or anybody's phone number. And for she would have called for me. But so I thought, now I know they got him, because all the ambulance come or whatever I could hear. I couldn't see none of that because I didn't want to come out of that little corner. And I thought, well, I'm going to start walking to my daughter's house. And this lady come by in a car, and she said, what's going on? What's going on? She seen I had a Kroger badge on. She says, my mom works at Kroger. And I said, who is your mom? And she told me, and I said, oh, I know she's okay because I seen her running, and she was in front of me, way in front with the whole group running. She works in seafood. And I said to her, listen, will you take me a few blocks, only 4 blocks or 5 blocks to my daughter's house and drop me off and then come back? And she said, yes. So she dropped me off and I got to my daughter's house and she wasn't there, but her neighbor across the street, I know her, and I went to her house and knocked on her door, and I couldn't even think of my who she was or my daughter. And I'm saying, listen, and I was trying to make out what's going on because she didn't know anything. They didn't know anything has happened, and my daughter had gone to the store and she heard it while she was at the store, but not at Kroger. She was somewhere else. So then she started looking because everybody almost in Collierville knows me, and they were calling her and saying, is your mom okay? Is your mom okay? Because I've been at Kroger forever. but and then they come and looking for me, but I was okay. So she, it went all right. I had to stay over there. I mean, my legs were limber. I couldn't even hardly shake it, and I couldn't even, talk when I just wanted to sit. So I stayed over there. I'm just now getting it together where I can, like now I'm home and I think I can drive my car home. When I heard, like I said, I thought it was balloons, those first like 6 or so. And then when I seen them running and they kept on shooting, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, this is horrifying. This is horrifying. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. There's just someone shooting, and I'm thinking something has happened. Something has happened in this store, and there is someone, mad about something. Of course, I thought, well, it's a customer. He's mad about something. And that is gunshot, because almost everybody there gets along. We're like family. Most of us has been there long. And, we know each other. And I did not know anybody that had a grudge, and that's why I thought, well, it must be a customer. That was but then, when he kept shooting, I thought, oh, I cannot believe this. I cannot believe this. When I'm standing in that corner, I could still hear gunshot, and I thought, oh, they're not going to get him. And then it all stopped, and I thought, well, they got him, because there were a lot of policemen and detectives and the what do you call it? The SWAT
team.
Yeah, SWAT. Team. I did. I was saying, oh, they're not going to know what happened to me. Nobody's going to know what happened to me, and this is it. This is the end of my life. This is it. And nobody, and you know, that I was thinking about. Yeah.